Right, okay, guys, this is going to be a controversial one. Tav to Saudi in the summer, what do we think? Now, I know there are two sides to every argument. There is the pro-Tav camp and there is the anti-Tav camp. There is the Tav fanboys and there is the, for fuck's sake, Tav brigade. Right, let's try and approach this. Let's, first of all, deal with the story. Then we'll deal with the facts and then we'll kind of deal with opinions as they stand. Okay, so let's deal with the story first of all. So strong reports that Steven Gerrard, our Ettifaq manager, ex-Rangers manager, is very interested and has spoken to the Ettifaq president, if that's what they call him out there, about preparing a bid to bring James Tavernier to Ettifaq this summer. The reason being is that Gerrard wants his Rangers captain back. He wants someone who he believes can lead his squad, something his squad kind of lacks at the moment. That is what is being reported coming out of Saudi. Now, there has been as yet no mention of the offer that Al Ettifaq will put in place for Tavernier. Look, realistically, if the bid is somewhere between £5 and £10 million, I honestly think that that is a bit of very good business when you consider that Tav is the wrong side of 30. You very rarely will get between £5 and £10 million for a player who is a defender, who is a right back, a non-international, who, is not regarded as one of the best players in the world. You're not going to get a substantial fee normally for that sort of player. And it's the Saudi Pro League that is very well known for, spending huge amounts of money on, on any player they want. So this is the story that Al Ettifaq apparently are interested in purchasing James Tavernier this summer. Now, this is a story that is reoccurring. It was the same in January. It was the same last summer as well. And there was obviously a lot of speculation. And I know that some of this could be the media putting 2 and 2 together and getting 5 because Gerrard needs more players because Ettifaq are having a disappointing season. They're currently 7th out of 18 teams in the Saudi Pro League, which is a bit of a joke anyway. He does need better players. He does need players who could come in and lead by example and could, benefit him, which is something that no doubt James Tavernier could do out there. I've got no doubt that James Tavernier would probably excel in the Saudi Pro League. You look at what Fashion Sakala's done out there. There's every chance of him being able to go out there and excel and do very, very well indeed. So that's the story. So what are the facts? Let's deal with the facts. The facts are that James Tavernier has obviously been a vital part of this Rangers team for a very, very long time now. He has been a substantial part of the club. He is the club captain. He's been with us through the bad days. He's got us back to the good times. That is a fact. But under his captaincy, we have won only 3 trophies in 12 years, which, by the standards of Rangers is not good enough. And look, I know that's not his fault because at the end of the day, there are 11 players on a team. There are 20 odd players in a squad. And, he is not to blame for the fact that, the club have not won, more in those 12 years. Now, he's been with Rangers since 2015. It's obviously only accountable for everything that's happened in the last, say, 9 years. He does score an awful lot of goals. I mean, that is an absolute given on James Tavernier. I mean, if we look at his stats this season, which are pretty remarkable for a right back. I mean, 33 appearances in the SPL. That is 70. And he has 17 goals, 8 assists. That's 25 goal contributions in 33 games, which is better than actually everybody in the Rangers squad. 8 appearances in the Europa League, no goals, no assists. Champions League, 4 appearances, 3 goals. SFA Cup, 4 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist. League Cup, 3 appearances, 3 goals, 1 assist, including the goal that won us the cup final. So overall this season, Tav has made 52 appearances, scoring 24 goals with 10 assists. That's 34 goal contributions in 52, which is outstanding. I've got, looking at those facts there and looking at the fact of his overall career at Rangers, I have absolutely no qualms about saying that attack-wise, James Tavernier is outstanding. He is going forward, putting the ball in the back of the net from high-pressure situations, like penalties, like free kicks. He is outstanding. That is a given. Look at his numbers there. 454 club games for Rangers, 125 goals, 127 assists. I mean, that's what, 252 goal contributions in 454 games, which is better than 1 in 2. Now, it's often been said that Rangers won't appreciate what they've lost until James Tavernier leaves, which you can kind of see with those goals. So they're the facts. That he scores goals, that he is often bails us out of the shit, that he often will get us into a situation where, you know, his goals have kept us in things or got us up to things or got us into finals. The obvious downside of it is the fact that we have not won a great deal of trophies in that time. 3 trophies. Tav has won 3 trophies in his 9 years with Rangers, which realistically is not impressive and is not good enough for Rangers, not for a club of our stature, our size and our reputation. Now, let's deal with some opinions. Now, there is those that are pro Tav that do not want Tav to go anywhere, that still want Tav to be at the club next year. The argument being, you know, who will take the penalties, who will take the free kicks? Can you trust anybody else to do that? I think that's probably their weakest argument, if I'm being honest, because I'm sure that Philippe Clement can find somebody that he signs or somebody within the current squad who can take penalties and free kicks. I'm sure that someone like Todd Cantwell, I'm sure Cyril Dessers can take penalties. I'm sure that Seema can take penalties. I'm sure that that Ridvan can take free kicks. I'm sure that, you know, Mohamed Diamande probably can take set pieces as well. So I think the whole set piece thing we've got to kind of put to one side. You know, Tav, penalties wise, free kicks wise, is not, you know, someone who is irreplaceable, because he is replaceable. You know, you're going to find someone else who can take penalties. That is just a fact. That is not even an opinion, really. What else do we need to know? Well, look, Tav is also the wrong side of 30. That is indisputable. You know, the guy is 32. He obviously, you know, he's 32 years old now. He'll be 33 in October this year. You know, he isn't getting any younger. And as I've said on a number of occasions, on a number of videos, you know, as you get older, you slow down. It's just nature. You know, it is a fact of life. You lose a step, you lose a little bit of everything as you get older as a professional sportsman. That is just a fact. You know, someone like that, I mean, take it like Gary Neville, who for a long time was an outstanding defender. Just suddenly one day his legs went, and that was it. And he actually retired, I think, mid-season at one point. I think it was actually after the West Brom game where he was dropped, where he was dragged off at half time by Sir Alex. So look, Tav is reaching a point in his career where he isn't going to get any better. He's not going to develop any further, and he realistically is only going to go downhill from here. That's what happens at his age. Whether you love Tav, hate Tav, whatever, you've got to accept that that is the case, because at 32, 33, 34, as a professional sportsman, you do slow down. That is nature. That is science. Look, Tav as a defender is poor. His defensive skills are not great. I mean, that is one thing that we've got to kind of, you know, put into perspective here. And people say, oh, we've got the best defence in Scotland. Yes, but Jack Butland has played a substantial part in making that us the best defence in Scotland. 1, he gives confidence. 2, he pulls off unbelievable saves. And, you know, you've got to look at the other parts of that defence as well that have helped contribute that. That is not just down to Tav, it's down to Balogun, it's down to Suter, it's down to Ridvan, it's down to Sterling. You know, it's all down to all these other players who have contributed along the lines. I have, you know, mixed feelings. I do have mixed feelings. I mean, I know a lot of people think I hate Tav. I don't hate Tav. I just think it comes a point where everybody needs to move on. That if you stay somewhere for too long, you go stale as well. And I just feel that if, you know, these reports are true, that if the Saudis are prepared to commit a substantial amount of cash, then we should take it. You know, we've got a ready-made replacement in Dujon Sterling, who I think would be an outstanding right back. I think he'd be just as good going forward in terms of crossing the ball, given the experience he's had playing wing this year. You know, goals, like I said, yes, Tav does score some unbelievable goals from open play. Of course he does. But then, do you really want to become a team that is, and I think the problem as well is this: the team have become reliant on Tav digging them out of the shit. There's kind of an expectancy there that their right back will deliver. We've got to transfer that now and make it a collective effort that when we're in the shit, when things are not going our way, that it's not just shit, Tav, help us. You know, it's Cantwell, it's Diamande, it's Cortez, it's Seema, it's a new signing. You know, whoever it is, work together to dig us out of the shit and not down to one man and one man alone. Also, the fact is this: we do need to overhaul this defense. We do need to make this defense a lot younger. We cannot go into next season. And if we start next season with Tav at right back at 33, well, 32, he'll be at the start of the season, Goldson at 32, perhaps a new signing, or even Balogun at 36, and Ridvan, to me, that is not going to win us a title. It's not going to win you a title. I mean, I'm sorry, but the days of Tav and Goldson and people out winning us titles are gone. And it's been proven over the last couple of seasons that has gone. And against teams that are of a higher standard, say that lot from across the city, European games, that's when Tav has been found wanting. They target the right-hand side of our defence relentlessly with Dies and Maida, if you go back and watch some of the games. So for me, look, if the Saudis come in with money and it's between 5 and 10 million, I think we have to take it because it will help contribute to redeveloping this squad. There are rumours abound about how much money that Clermont's going to have. Between 20 and 25 million is the talk. If you were to say added to that another 5-10 million from Tavernier, 30-35 million, you're putting in a situation where this club will have real funds to actually go out and complete that overhaul, to bring in some new centre backs, to bring in a left back, to bring in a centre midfielder, to bring in a couple of strikers, to bring in a winger, to really develop this squad and kick on to the next level. And I know Tav contributes massively. I get that. But like I said, there comes a time we have to move on. And I think the time is now. I genuinely do. And I know some people won't agree with that, and that's fine. But genuinely, I think if this report about Steven Gerrard and Ettifaq preparing this bid is true, then we take it. We take it. We have to. For the good of the club, for the future of the club, we've got to take it. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, guys, please sub to the channel. On the way out, please smash the like. And always remember, we are the people.